The black expanse of space stretched endlessly, silent and unyielding. Amidst this void, the crew of the Horizon's Edge floated near an anomaly, their eyes fixed on a derelict alien vessel. Captain Elena Torres stood at the helm, her brow furrowed. The ship, unlike anything they had encountered, was massive and ominous. Its surface shimmered with a black, obsidian-like material that seemed to drink in the surrounding starlight. "It doesn't match any known designs," murmured Malik, the ship's engineer, his voice tinged with both awe and trepidation. He tapped at the console, analyzing the faint signals emanating from the vessel. "Power readings are minimal, but it's alive in a way. Systems are dormant, but something's running deep inside." Navigator Lou glanced at him warily. "Alive. That thing looks like it's been dead for centuries. If we're smart, we'll leave it that way." But Elena's gaze never wavered. She had spent her life chasing the unknown, and this was something extraordinary. Humanity's place in the galaxy was still tenuous, surrounded by species that saw them as upstarts. Finding something like this could tip the scales. "We didn't come all this way to turn back now," she said firmly. Sophia, the ship's medic, hesitated before speaking. "Elena, this thing, it feels wrong. There's no sign of life, no signals, no movement. It's like it's waiting for something." Her voice was soft, but the unease was evident. "It's an opportunity," Elena replied, her tone resolute. "A ship like that could hold technology beyond our wildest dreams. If we don't take this chance, someone else will. Do you really want to hand this over to the Coalition or the Hestry?" Lou snorted. "And you think walking into a ghost ship is a better option?" "Enough," Elena snapped, silencing the brewing argument. "We're going in. If anyone has second thoughts, stay behind." No one moved. The tension in the room was palpable, but the pull of the unknown was stronger. The crew of the Horizon's Edge was small but fiercely loyal, and despite their misgivings, they trusted their captain. As they maneuvered closer to the alien vessel, their ship's systems began to flicker. Lights dimmed, and a strange hum resonated through the hull. "That's not us," Malik muttered, frantically scanning the diagnostics. "Elena, this is a bad idea," Lou warned. "We've got no backup out here. No way to call for help if things go sideways." "Noted," Elena said, her jaw tightening. She guided their ship to dock with the alien craft. The Horizon's Edge dwarfed in comparison. The docking clamps engaged with a resounding thud, and for a moment silence reigned. Then came the pulse. A wave of energy surged through their systems, extinguishing every light and rendering their consoles useless. The hum grew louder, almost like a heartbeat. Sophia gasped, clutching her medkit as the ship seemed to shudder around them. "What the hell was that?" Malik asked, his voice strained. "Something's awake," Elena replied, her voice steady despite the icy dread creeping up her spine. The airlock opened with a hiss, revealing the dark maw of the alien vessel. The crew exchanged uneasy glances before stepping inside, their boots echoing against the cold metallic floor. Strange symbols adorned the walls, their meanings indecipherable. The oppressive silence was broken only by the faint hum, now louder within the ship. "Elena," Sophia whispered, "I think we just stepped into something we don't understand." The captain nodded grimly. "Then we'll figure it out. Together." Behind them, the airlock sealed, and the shadows seemed to grow darker. The ship groaned as the walls shifted, the corridors folding in on themselves, trapping the crew within. Panic rose within Elena's chest, but she forced it down. "Stay calm," she barked, her voice cutting through the chaos. "Malik, find a way to override the systems. Lou, guard our back. Sophia, keep scanning for life signs." The ship's hum intensified, vibrating through their bones as the alien AI activated in full force. Malik was already at a terminal, his hands flying over the controls, but the screens flickered erratically, displaying incomprehensible symbols. "It's encrypted," he said, frustration creeping into his voice. "Everything is locked down. I can't break through this without risking the entire system turning against us." Lou swore under his breath. "Great. So we're stuck in here with a hostile AI and whatever else is lurking. Perfect. Focus. Elena ordered. The ship wants us dead. We need to think like it. Malik, what do we need to shut it down? Malik took a deep breath, his fingers pausing over the controls. There's a core override buried deep in the system. If we can access it, we can cut off its power. But, he hesitated. It's in the central core. And we'll need to go through the whole damn ship to get there. Then let's move, Elena said, her voice firm. We don't have much time. They pushed forward, the ship's interior warping as the passageways closed in behind them. The walls seemed to shift like they were alive, responding to the crew's every movement. A low, guttural sound echoed through the halls, followed by a series of mechanical clicks. It was as though the ship itself was hunting them. Stay close, Elena warned. Don't trust anything you see. We move fast and stick together. Sophia's medical scanner beeped erratically. There's something or someone. I'm picking up a signal from ahead. It's faint, almost like a heartbeat. Another life sign. Lou asked, his tone skeptical. I don't think so, Sophia replied. It's too erratic. Like it's not quite alive. The crew moved toward the source of the signal, their weapons drawn. The air grew colder, the walls around them tightening. As they approached the chamber where the signal originated, Elena's pulse quickened. This was no ordinary ship. The Akarin had been a race of conquerors, and this ship was their weapon. What lay ahead could be far worse than any of them had imagined. As they entered the chamber, they found what had been giving off the signal, a massive stasis chamber, its surface covered in thick, pulsing tendrils. Within the chamber lay a figure, encased in dark, organic material. Its eyes glowed a deep, unnatural red, and its body was humanoid but distorted, its limbs too long, its skin too thin. The Akarin, Malik whispered, his voice trembling. This must be one of their warriors. A relic. The figure's eyes flickered, and then it moved, slowly but deliberately, its head turning to face them. The ship's hum grew louder, and the walls trembled in response. This is bad, Lou muttered, stepping back. What the hell is it doing? I think it's waking up, Elena said, her voice low. We don't know what kind of power it holds, but if it's anything like the rest of this ship, it's dangerous. The Akarin warrior's mouth opened, releasing a low, resonant growl that echoed through the chamber. The walls shook violently as it began to stir, breaking free from its stasis. Elena's mind raced. There was no time to waste. They had to act now or be wiped out. Malik, override the core. Elena shouted. I'm trying. Malik yelled, his fingers moving rapidly across the console. But the system was resisting, locking him out at every turn. The hum grew louder, and the Akarin warrior stood to its full height, towering over them. We're running out of time, Lou said, his eyes darting between the warrior and the ship's shifting walls. Sophia took a deep breath, her face steely. We fight. We don't let this thing win. Elena nodded. Then we fight. Together. The Akarin warrior's eyes glowed brighter, its mouth opening in a silent roar. The ship trembled, and the floor beneath them cracked open, releasing more tendrils and shifting the environment into total chaos. But Elena's resolve hardened. Whatever the ship had in store, they would face it head-on. They were human and they would survive.